Hello Drive Radio fans, Richard Rush here today with my dad, John Rush, behind the camera. And this is a review of the 2016 Volkswagen Tiguan. There's not a whole lot of changes for the 2016 model year, a few that we'll go over here in just a second. The big refresh is actually coming in 2016, or 2017 I should say, for this car. They're supposed to make it a little bit bigger, add a little bit more refinements on the inside, which we'll get to that in just a second. But overall, this is, again, kind of a subcompact crossover vehicle. A crossover SUV, I should say, in terms of it's a little bit smaller in terms of stature and size, but overall it has great, nice, sporty handling. But with that, actually, let's just jump right into the review. So, as you can see from the front, for those of you that are Volkswagen fans, Tiguan fans, you'll notice there's not a whole lot of changes. One thing that's a personal favorite of ours on this vehicle is actually the lighting. It's absolutely fantastic for cornering. The lights are kind of adaptive. They turn when you turn the steering wheel. Again, they have those cornering lamps, so when you're getting ready to turn the corner, you turn those turn signals on. You can actually see it light up at the different kind of portions of the turning, I should say. As we kind of go along, I'm going to give you a few different facts. This is the SEL trim package. There's several different options available for this vehicle, and there's several different trim types that you can get. The R package, or the R trim type, I should say. The S package is kind of their base model. With the SEL, you get some bigger wheels a little bit. This is the 4Motion, and what we mean by the 4Motion, and you can actually see that kind of over there on the side, the 4Motion right there, all-wheel drive. That's all that means. This car is available in front wheel and all-wheel drive. One important thing to note as well is actually the fact that with the front wheel drive portion of this car and the all-wheel drive is you don't factor much fuel economy at all. In fact, at all. It's actually rated for about 23 miles per gallon, which is absolutely fantastic. Which, speaking of that, let's take a quick drive. We'll come back and go through the interior. All right, fans, we're here for the driving portion. We're going to do a little bit more on the interior than we normally do, just with it being cold in February here in Colorado. One of the best features on this car, in our opinion, is this fantastic sunroof that you can see. So there's two different parts of the sunroof. There's actually the shade right here, and there's the sunroof. So real quick, just for giggles, I'm going to actually open up the sunroof, and you can notice that you have the shade here. So if it's a dusty dirt road, but you still want that nice, again, breeze coming through, this is perforated so it can come through. But if you do want to open the shade, you can hit this. It'll actually bring light in and bring it all the way, it'll bring the shade all the way back, or you can stop it halfway, depending on what you're feeling for that point in time. So really a great, awesome, nice feature, in our opinion. Honestly just gives it a nice wide open feeling in again, the 2016 Tiguan. One thing we will note, and Dad, I'm going to ask your help on this, and that is to show the center console real quick. And as we kind of close the thing, again, just a knob, which is, again, a Volkswagen staple. Closes it nice and simply, and again, you're ready to go. And you still do have that nice wide panoramic view with two big panes of glass right here. With that, we're going to actually jump kind of the back seat. One thing we did want to show you, the center console, what this looks like. You do have some nice cup holder storage right there, which is really nice. One downside is you don't have a separation into the trunk, into kind of that back area. Some of you are going to say, well, I don't care. Well, then that's not a big factor for you, but we just wanted to make you aware of that just in case that may be a factor for you. As we kind of move back here towards the middle, we'll briefly kind of go over this later on, but wanted to mention you do have dual climate control in this SEL model. You do have automatic climate control, which is really, really nice. Again, the front seats I did mention. Nice navigation system. The screen is not quite as big as the competitors, but you do have full navigation capabilities with this screen, which is really, really nice. And it does actually operate like a phone or a tablet, to where you can actually pinch to widen out, zoom in, however you want to do it, which is really fantastic. This is kind of your little shortcut right here. You can actually change what's being displayed. And some of you just notice that if you pull your hand away, everything goes down. As soon as you put your finger up to make a change, it pops up other buttons. So you can see right there, it does add some buttons, which is nice for the accessibility features of it. In terms of hooking up your phone, doing the voice control, media, all of that was really, really nice, really easy to use. Again, physical tune and volume knobs right there. Real quick, we do want to show you the rear view camera portion. It does have the dynamic grid lines, you can say. The one grid lines do stay the same, but this is kind of where you're backing up to and showing. So we can actually back up all the way and we apologize about the lighting. So hopefully everyone's able to see that the best they can. There's also you can change your view. You're kind of if you're backing into a parking spot, if you want to parallel park, there's this view right here in terms of it kind of shows you where different people are at, how much room you have, where you need to put your car, so on and so forth. So honestly, some really, really nice features. But with that, let's take a quick drive. In terms of miles per gallon, what have we been able to average? Well, it's rated for 23. We've actually only been able to average about 20 to 21 miles per gallon. So slightly underneath what they average. But again, that could be a combination of a lot of different factors. So you actually may be able to do that. And with that, safety features, let me put on my seatbelt so we get rid of the dinging. One thing to note, this car does not have any accident avoidance technology as an option for it. And some of you are saying, well, what's accident avoidance? Well, that's your forward frontal collision warning, your lane keep assist, your pedestrian sensing, a lot of different technology that's being introduced in the market. This car does not have as an option for it. One thing a lot of you do comment on is us not being able to be quiet enough for you to hear what the interior of the car sounds like. So we're going to be quiet real quick and let you hear that. I think you got a decent idea of it. Really is a nice interior in terms of quiet. One thing I will note, when you do get up to highway speeds, it gets a little bit louder than maybe what you might find in some of its competitors, but that's not necessarily a deal breaker. With this being a smaller car, there's some pros and cons to that. Cons, you're not able to get quite as much cargo capacity in the back, and whether it's a grocery store run, a Costco run, whatever it might be. A benefit, if you're going into a tight area, let's say you are making that Costco, Sam's Club, Walmart run, and you need to fit into those tight spaces, this car gives you the ability to do that. And it also gives you, again, a nice tight driving experience that we were honestly pleasantly fond of, as well as this 4-cylinder turbocharged engine was absolutely fantastic. The 200 horsepower, it does give you it honestly has a great get up and go. You got about 207 pound per foot of torque, which is really nice and fantastic. So with that, let's head back. We'll go through the interior, then we'll give you our full opinion of the 2016 Volkswagen Tiguan. All right, fans, we're back from the drive. As we always say, we encourage you definitely get out, get in these cars yourself, drive it, especially if you have a family in a car like this that does seat 5. Get your family in here. If you have car seats, put those actually in the car, see if they fit for you. So with that, we're going to hop to kind of the tailgate here. Not an automatic tailgate, but there is a little button down here on the side. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, right here. You can hear it unlock. It's not an automatic, but you get it just a little bit past, and it will fly open on its own there, which is really, really nice. As we get to the back here, in terms of cargo capacity, you have 23.8 cubic feet of cargo room, which really is a nice size for this. Underneath here, you have some storage. Not a lot, obviously, with the spare tire, but you do have some storage in these compartments here, and you can see they've even added, obviously, some parts for the jack and some other accessories back here, which is really nice. You can see the center cup holder for the back seat does fold down right here, as well as it does have a nice 60/40 rear seat that you can fold down, which, again, is really nice and handy. Privacy shield right here as necessary for when you do have some cargo that you don't want anyone to kind of peer into the back. So we'll fold that down right there. Really nice. Does have a rear view camera, which we showed you during the driving portion. So we go to hop in the back seat here. You can see this is set for, again, 5'9", 5'10" driver as myself, as well as my dad. And I'm going to hop in here really quick and show you what it's like. You can see actually a good amount of room back here. This seat is actually set for about a 6'4", 6'5" passenger right here. So a little bit less leg room here in the back seat over here, but nothing that's anything major. You're going to be butting up against the person in front of you. Nice apportionments over in here on the doorways. And again, nice automatic windows all the way around. You do have vents back here to open that, to open it up for the back passengers, for the second row passengers. So with that, actually, let's hop around to the front side, and then we'll go through the rest of the interior. All right, fans, I guess here's the front seat portion of it. Real quick, want to show you the door and the apportionments. We try and do that. Nice storage compartments around there. So again, some nice soft touch features there. A little bit plasticky on the inside in terms of this top trim level being the SEL. Just something to note as we go through the interior. Again, you kind of have some nice, again, hard plasticky features, a little bit rubberized material right there. Plenty of vents, though. I will say you've got 2 vents here, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. So you've got a total of 8 vents just for the front passengers, which is absolutely fantastic. This is the SEL trim package that we mentioned, which has the nice leather seat. Something new for 2016 is their new VTEX vinyl upholstery for some of the lower trim levels. Something to note. You also get for 2016 that standard keyless entry and ignition, which we showed you in the driving portion of it, and also heated front seats, which you have here. As part of the SEL trim package, you do have dual climate controls, which we showed you during the driving portion, but that's pretty much it. We showed you a lot with the cold weather as we went on our drive. So with that, let's hop out and we'll give you our opinion of the 2016 Volkswagen Tiguan. All right, fans, we're here for the opinion portion of the 2016 Volkswagen Tiguan. I almost said Touareg, but this is the Tiguan. What is our opinion about it? For 2016, personally, we would wait for 2017 to see what Volkswagen has to put out. So we think that they're going to come out with a little bit, maybe a larger car, maybe a little bit larger apportionments on the inside to fit maybe, again, a family of maybe 3 or 4. As far as the interior improvements, we feel like there's a little bit of room to be improved there in terms of the infotainment system, in terms of the overall amenities of the vehicle. When you look at similarly priced competitors at that $38,000 mark, you're going to get a little bit more features for your money, and honestly, you're going to stay right there in terms of size and even actually get a little bit more size. But for those of you that like Volkswagen, you may love this car. It has that great 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, works absolutely fantastic up here at our altitude. You do get 4-wheel drive. You are going to have that Volkswagen reliability that they're famous for, but you're going to sacrifice on some options. One being there's no accident avoidance technology even available on this car, much less equipped on this model. So something to be, I guess, wary of, not concerned about, but something to just note before you actually go purchase this vehicle. So with that, if you want to learn more about this vehicle, head to your local Volkswagen dealer and tell them that John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you.